Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Well, I'm doing a video today because I've got the house to myself, which is unusual. So welcome. I hope you stick around and watch it. A lot of people have expressed an interest or sincere caring about the fires in Australia. Yes, we're in a drought, and yes, we have a lot of bushfires. And the nature strip that caught fire behind my house last year, which is drying out fast. Now, the one that caught fire behind my house last year was deliberately lit. So I'm not going to discuss climate change or the politics of climate change and what is happening in the world, because everybody has fire, famine, flood. We're not unique, and I respect everybody's opinions. So with that, there's been a lot of posts on Facebook about injured joeys and koalas and wombats and different animals, and my Far North Queensland Crochet for Cancer group shared a post from Wildlife Victoria. Now there's 3 different places needing knitted joey pouches. I actually downloaded the first one, which is Wildlife Victoria. You knit the pouch in garter stitch or stocking stitch, and it has to be knitted in wool. It can't be acrylic. It must be pure wool. It needs to breathe. It's quite a bit to the pattern. It's the last page. See the little animals snuggled down in the pouch like their mum's pouch. Now, the fleece lining is separate. You make those out of polar fleece. There's a pattern what to cut out and how to make those. I am not making those. I'm not much of a sewer. Having said that, one of our local schools is making those. We used to call it home economics, but I don't know what they call it now. I think they've had to change the name, something to do with political correctness. But anyway, you know what I mean. For us, my age, home ec. Even the boys are making these and sending them away. These come out to be washed. So that got my bum into gear to make some, because I do have some pure wool in my stash that I have no plans for. So I started knitting some. There's a few more photos there. And these ones you make out of fleece. It's like a close peg bag or a peg bag that you hang up. Or for bigger animals, you can make like a fleece little hammock. So yeah, that's the pattern, which is pretty straightforward. They need them in 4 or 5 ply wool, which is probably a sport weight, don't quote me on that, or 8 ply, which is a 3-way, and I have 8 ply. So I went and made on the weekend, because I took a break from all the craft store stuff. I've made 2 little ones. Now they're just like little bags. They have roughly 16 centimeters for the small. Now it does say some carers don't like the drawstring, so mine's easy to come out. If they don't want the drawstring, they don't have to, but I have put one in. So I made one in blue and one in purple, just alternated the drawstrings. Now I used for that, if you remember on my trip to London, I bought some yarn from a charity shop. It looked like that. It's Rowan Design Collection DK wool, made in Yorkshire. I probably paid like $1 a ball from the charity shop in London. It's actually knitted up really nice, and it's not that rough for wool. I quite like it. So that's a bonus. Helped a charity shop in London, knitted something, had some fun, and helping a charity in Australia. So they look like that, the balls, but I can't use this one because it's 40% acrylic. That'll have to get used for something else for charity. Now this is the medium I'm currently knitting. I only have the short needles, and I didn't want to buy new needles. I'm too tight for that, but I'm managing. That's about halfway, because basically they get folded in half. You stitch them up. Your top 3rd row is like knit 2 together to get the eyelets. That's it. This will probably have that much cream and then a bit of brown, because this has got to be about 24 centimeters. And I used my Modavira, which is a Spotlight brand here, Prato Collection Stefania wool, 100% wool, made in Italy. I have quite a bit in cream and brown. I don't know why. I must have had plans for it and then changed my mind. And that's not too bad either. That's quite soft. I didn't want to send really rough, cheap wool. So yeah, currently knitting that, easy as. Binge watch The Crown Series 3, knit, knit, knit. Didn't have to concentrate. So yeah, it's a break from all the other stuff that I've been doing. So if you're interested, don't forget, stay tuned. There's video of a nature strip explaining about it and some video of flora and fauna in my garden. Because even though we're on some basic water restrictions at the moment, but no doubt unless we get some rain, they'll be stepping those up. I do have plants in my garden that still flower and survive on very little water this time of year. And I've taken some photos. My dragon fruit flowered, which means I'm going to have dragon fruit, hopefully in time for Christmas. My pineapple patch is thriving. I'm contemplating giving one of my bosses, who has an office there, his 2 secretaries a pineapple each towards their Christmas present. A couple of green tree frogs, snakes, you name it. I just thought I'd put something in there. When kookaburras are breeding, this nature strip comes alive. It's deafening every morning and every afternoon, but it's nice. At the moment, there are little blackbirds starting to breed in there, and they get pretty noisy. Now, I don't know what they're called. I should look that up. They're not the minor birds that are pests. They're real little blackbirds. We had one fly into our patio window the other day. He was really stunned, but he came good within 15 minutes. If he hadn't, I take him to my vet. My vet he tells me if they're going to survive or severely injured, and he looks after them for nothing and releases them back into the wild. He has like a donation tin on his counter, so usually if I take some little animal in, I leave a donation. I can come home like I did today and find mangoes dropped in my backyard. I don't have a mango tree, and I don't know where there is one in our nearing area, but the fruit bats fly over to the nature strip, and yes, the last 2 days I've been picking up half-eaten mangoes. I've had little dead snakes, crabs from the beach, scurrying up the driveway that escaped the talons of a bird. Oh, and last week we had a dead little bandicoot that was dropped from the sky. Yeah. It's a nice place to live. It's interesting because you never know what you're going to see out there some days. So this weekend is Emma's big fundraising charity store. So I've been concentrating on that. I'm struggling to come up with a way to display my backpack buddies. I like them to hang a little bit. I really don't know what to do because if I clump them all together, I'm worried we won't sell many. So guys, if you've got any ideas, please leave a comment below this video. Let me know. Make some suggestions on how I can display them. So while the boys are out, I'm going to go and make some sugar cookies for this store because Doreen rang me a little while ago to remind me. 50 sugar cookies. I'll be baking for a while. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you like learning a bit about where I live. And yeah, I will put a link to this pattern in case there's a wildlife rescue centre near you that needs something like this. It's really easy and it's nice. It's a nice feeling to do something when you're so powerless and you see the fires on the news every day. You can donate money, but sometimes it's nice to actually make something and put it in the mail, something they need. Okay, till next time, take care of each other and have a crafty day. Bye. Hi, so this is the nature corridor at the back of our property. Way over the other side of this, heading that way, is the highway, and they put these nature corridors in for animals to move through. You get wallabies, snakes, birds, you name it, bandicoots. Now yes, the trees are pretty green, but the problem with fire is that dry undergrowth. If you get a fire, that just goes up in a matter of minutes and the trees don't stand a chance. They do regenerate, but boy, they're pretty tall. They overhang the property, that one does. is overhanging my garden shed, my Sheila shed as my hubby calls it. Anyway, we get about a metre between the nature strip that the council put in, which is supposed to be a fire break, which was the saving grace last year. Through there's also a creek. It's a brackish water creek. It's a fresh water where it meets the salt water, and that has been known to flood to the back fence. And yes, there are crocodiles in that creek. So there you have it. For those who were interested in what was the nature strip behind the back of my house.